Yeah, but laundering from where though? Like, are they the one who's making the money, or are they laundering from drug dealers? Again, like if you're doing it on your own, there are better ways of getting the money out. If you're doing it for somebody else, that's not something that it's sustainable. So, but yeah, there are casinos who has done that, and Vegas was known for doing that. But Vegas is good at catching those, especially after 9/11 and all this terrorism happened. With the digital thing, it's not as easy anymore. But yeah, just go hang out with those professional gambler.
What kind of advice is that?
So you don't become like, so you could feel good about yourself, like going to Walmart once in a while. If you feel sad, just buy something, look at the cash register, people there, like you will feel good about yourself. I guess, is Walmart gonna sue me? It would be funny if Walmart does sue me. All right, so we're looking at gradient vector. So let's look at some notation. Um, so this, I like writing it like that, but yeah, we'll use that. Delta, we'll call it delta. Can you guys see the color? Think of delta as a vector. So delta F is like multiplying a vector. A vector by a scalar to get a vector. Did you guys start voting yet? Mail-in vote? Did you guys do that? You guys would have got it. If you guys did that, give it to me. I'll give you extra credit. I'll give you 5% extra credit towards one of your grade. What?
What if we go vote in person?
Yeah, that's fine too. Just give me that. Yeah. Yeah. No. Just like, you got the voting thing. Like if you get a mail-in vote, you have a proof of that. You're like, take a video of it, of your name on it, and you're putting it in the mailbox. But if you go in person, they'll give you the registration of it. So when you go there, you will get the like I vote thing on it. But bring that. Beside the sticker, you bring something else. But those of you who cannot vote, volunteer. Find a way to volunteer. All right.
Notice you didn't say what to volunteer for.
Oh, two voting things. Yeah, like election, those type of thing. I'm sure they need a lot of.
Volunteer for anything.
What?
Let them volunteer for anything.
No, it has to be for elections. It has to be civic duty. You know what?
They already can't drink, so let them go volunteer.
No. I mean, like, for God's sake, we send 18-year-old to fight for us and die without even drinking or smoking nowadays. What is it? Not anymore. It's 21 now. Yeah.
Probably 21 smoke.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys know the history behind the alcohol, like Prohibition era, right?
Yeah, it's just kind of like, I don't know.
No, what happened was at 18, 19, that's when women like got the right to vote. So one of the first thing they did is that when they got the voting was they want to ban alcohol. And that's why Prohibition era happened. But we think that, oh, they must have been really stupid for that. But no, in those days, have you guys ever heard the term the wife beater tank top or things like that? So where does that term comes from? It was socially acceptable to go beat up your wife or like belt them and things like that. It came from alcohol drinking, and they wanted to stop the abuse at home. That's what happened. And then once they repealed that, they said it was Amendment 18 that banned it, and Amendment 21 that legalized it. But then you got to be 21 now. So first, application of the gradient vector. to find the directional derivative. Of f in the direction of a unit vector u. So calculate the So let's look at it. So let me give you stand on at. That's the point. Do you guys have your fancy calculator? Take it out and try to graph this. Square root of x squared plus y squared. Try to graph it. And try to look at it. Where's 1, 1, square root of 2? Where is that? North. Then east. Or northeast. Question is, what is your slope? Nobody has done the early mail-in voting yet? You have done that? Okay, good. Was it easy?
What point do you want to go to?
No, just graph it and try to rotate it and see how it looks like. Okay? Where was that? Okay. Okay. Let me see what else you did. Well, that would be spherical, no? Is it cone? Okay, I got it. Did you guys, how's your graph look? I don't think it's gonna do that. No. I don't know. Whatever you guys. Name tag, Missy. What's your graph look like? Is that a cone? You could use your finger to move it. Okay, yeah, kind of like that. So don't graph it. What are you doing? You don't know how to graph it? Okay, you start learning how to use your calculator. So it's a good practice for you guys to do that. Go on YouTube, try to do that. So we want to look at, stand on that 1, 1 square root of 2. We walk northeast or northeast. We want to know what is our slope. Okay. So here's the answer.
Wait, why are we walking northeast or northeast?
No, we want to know what happens at each location. What's the slope of it?
Northeast is the same thing as northeast.
No, north and northeast.
Oh, north and northeast.
Yeah. We have north, east, and northeast. Okay. So U is going to be 0, 1 to walk north. Okay. 1, 0 to walk east. And then northeast is what, guys? Kind of like this. It's 45 degree. So 45 degree gives you what? To walk northeast. So we want the gradient vector. So this is probably your Math 127 pre-calculus too. Who does not have that fancy calculator yet? Raise your hand. Like you guys all have it, right? You need to get it ASAP. So we're gonna start working on it more and more. Okay. By third exam, you need to have the calculator, or else you won't be able to do it. So, I think third exam you don't even have to show any work. Okay. All right. So let's look at the gradient vector. df dx df dy. So df dy, that's my this is my f of x. So if I do df dx, what would it look like, guys? Partial derivative in respect to x, what would it look like? Over 2. So simplified, it will be just that. All right. So now we want to look at what happens at when x naught y naught equals 1, 1. What happens? That's what we want to look at. It becomes what? 1 over square root of 2, 1 over square root of 2. So the northern slope is gives you just one that 0.7, roughly that. The eastern slope is, again, it's super easy. Um, 0.7. The northeastern slope is they're the same thing. You get 1/2 plus 1/2. It's a scalar multiple of it, which is 1. So this is the steeper one. This is the steepest one. Well, no, I mean, you're how did the thing look like? You're on it. North. It's going positive directions. It's harder to go up. Yeah. No. Not that I recall it. I don't remember doing that. What is it? What? Louder? Who said it? What? What? Zoom out. Okay, all right. Yeah, I know you guys are wearing masks and you guys are shy. You don't have friends. You don't know how to socialize or have verbal communication. So speak louder. So. It's the same. 1 over root 2 is same as root 2 over 2. This one right over here? Yeah, it comes from this direction over here. So when you walk on the northeast, we're going 45 degree exactly. Oh, right over here. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. All right. Now let me give you more information. Is ready? Okay. Miss Yamat, are you ready now? Yes or no? Okay. Your yes sounds so sad. Is your life okay? What? Yes, no? What? You're confusing me. How do you guys communicate nowadays? Like, how do you socialize?
You don't look at each other, you just grab your phone and you text. Like, if I want to tell you something, I just text you right now.
Like, there should be a book. I think when you text, I think you kids have certain like proper manner, like when you text them, like certain words needs to follow it up by emojis and things like that. Like, or it's meant too serious or not serious. Like, do they have books, emojis for dummies or text message for dummies? I need to read that book.
Dictionary.
What?
Go on Urban Dictionary.
No, that one is too like vulgar. Yeah, so I need like to understand so I could text properly. So
No, it really depends on the person. Because there are people who will use emojis. And like when I text, I still make sure my grammar is correct. So it depends on who you're texting.
well, grammar. Yeah, I mean like
No,
yeah,
but
it's here.
like with your commas and your periods and your semicolons.
Oh, that the punctuation. So you want that? Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I still need to read them. What?
Yeah. Okay.
You have to use
it.
it.
Period. So you have one sentence and then you connect it with a semicolon and then there's a second
You
sentence.
gotta stop texting with people.
And like certain text means that you have to respond right away, which I didn't know that. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I'll just leave it alone. So it's like I'm bad at it. Just email me then.
I'm hearing all that.
What?
That's the first time I'm hearing all that.
What?
Certain texts you gotta answer immediately because of an emoji.
Or how they set it up. It's like the lingo changes. The way they express is different now versus like when I grew up. So pigeon? Oh.
That's what you do next semester. You already got the wax seal.
Yeah.
You get like a pigeon to send us email.
You know, I have to give you my pigeons. Then, if you have issues, you have to give it back to me. That's how it flies back.
Yeah.
And then you have to give me your pigeons. Then I have to send your information back.
Can you like give it like a name tag with a dog?
Do we get the name wrong?
I'm waiting. Like, I want to play the Harry Potter game. That game looks good. Just for that, I want to buy the system. Hogwarts. Do you guys see that? The new Harry Potter game? It's not out yet, but I just want to get them. All right. F of x, y on the curve. You have this. So df dt equals the gradient vector gradient of obtained by evaluating the partial derivatives of f at p naught. So we're just doing the partial derivative at the initial point. So directional derivative is a dot product. The directional derivative is a dot product if f of xy is differentiable in an open region containing P naught, then here's another way of writing that. So directional derivative at P naught with dot product of U. The dot product of the gradient at P naught and U, in brief, dUF is actually, that's what it means.
Refresh my memory, does U have to be a unit vector or can it be just
In this case, no, we didn't do any unit vector in this case. So
it can be any vector?
yeah, you can you can use any vector, but by keeping a unit vector, it makes your calculation so much easier. So if you're using calculator, you make it. Let's make U as a unit vector. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, because it makes your calculation so much better.
Well,
So
effectively, if you evaluate the slope, it's going to affect it, no?
what?
If you evaluate the slope, like,
It really doesn't matter. It gives you the direction. Basically, when you're looking at it, like what direction you need to go. So if you don't use the unit vector, it's going to give you a long one, and you want to find the slope of that. It's crazy. All right. So let's look at it. Ready, kids? Oh, zoom out. Is it zoom out, Julia?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ever do integrals with complex numbers?
Yeah.
What class is that?
Later on.
Later on?
Like past that. Not in this class. No, we don't do that.
No, like what class did you?
I don't. Complex analysis, but it wasn't just the integration. It was more detailed work. All right, good. All right, find the derivative of at the point 2, 0 in the direction So again, we could do the problem without the unit vector. But let's find the unit vector, as you asked. Recall that the direction? Of a vector is the unit vector obtained by dividing v by its length. It'll be just super easy. It's 3, 4, 5 triangle. And what about the partial derivative? Two comma 0. Yeah. We're doing partial derivative in respect to x. We just get e to the y plus, oh, this becomes negative sine of xy, the derivative inside, which is that. We're plugging 2 comma 0. X is 0. E to the 0 is 1. We just get 1. I need some coffee so badly. I need to drink some coffees from Dutch Bros. All right, the other part, f sub y 2 comma 0 will give you x e to the y sine of xy, and it's at 2 comma 0. Is that what? Did I make a mistake? Yeah. 2 minus 0, which is 2. Yeah, done. So what about the gradient vector? The gradient of f at 2 comma 0 is, and I already gave you that equation earlier, remember? Sub x 2 comma 0 I plus f sub y 2 comma 0 j gives me I plus 2j. Do you guys remember your... Has anyone ever gone hiking ever in your life? Who has never gone hiking in their life? Raise your hand. Everybody been, okay. So who has gone hiking without using the map? What? Why would you go hiking without using the map?
Sounds like
a baby trail.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not hiking. It's called walking. I mean, like, okay, don't pride yourself. It's like, ooh, I just got off the car and then I looked at the wilderness and I hiked. That's not hiking. Okay. Okay, yeah, like, okay, first of all, don't, you're going to get murdered. That's why you don't go outside. But, Chris, you went hiking without that. Do you get, okay, in my days, when we used to go hiking, we used to buy a map. And the map was very important because it had, it was a topographical map of the, you see the contour map of it, all these grades, it gives you the steepness of it. So that's very important. When you go hiking, you have to look at it. You just can't pick a direction. If it has a lot, like, it's like this. You will see, if you're hiking, you will see this type of, like, on a map, let's say, here's the mountain, wherever it is. So you're going to see something like this. This means it's not as steep. Versus if you see something like this is like, oh my God, that's really steep. Do you understand that part? Yeah? So that's very important when you go hiking. And the other thing you look for is you look for the water trail. Like, let me use the color blue. You want to use and you want to camp close to the water. well, you're not supposed to camp close to the water. You gotta go half mile, but they have no rangers. You're deep in the forest. The rangers is not gonna come middle of the night. So I always hike next to the water. What's gonna happen? I'm inside the tent. So, all right. So what?
Owl bears.
I mean, I don't like bears. That's true, but I think I have more chance of running into like foxes or coyotes than bears.
Run into track, panda,
What?
raccoon.
Oh, they're friendly. They're really cool. Yeah. Their hands is so like human like. Have you ever fed raccoons? It's like, oh my god, I want to feed them so I can see their hands.
I hate them, but like these boys are feral, and they're gonna like go through your
It's okay. Like I got bit by a feral dog one time. I had to get all these injections and things like that. So I think I'm protected. Yeah, I was traveling like third world country. I thought that I was petting a dog. You never want to pet a dog outside. They'll bite you. You're gonna get rabies. I'm like, Jesus, take me the way. So it's not my fault. It's Indiana Jones' fault. I mean, like when I was growing up, you had to travel to a place where you almost like died, so you could come back and say, I've been on an adventure.
For extra credit, you should give us like a contour map and be like, if you come back from this, you get extra credit.
Stay inside, Leonard. Responsible.
Yeah.
So does the gradient, would it be steeper along the way?
That's what I'm gonna draw right now for the contour map. How is that gonna help us? Maybe I should give you that map. So we're gonna do the map of it right now. So let's look at the contour map of. So if you graph this on the 3-dimension, you're gonna get some. Try to graph it. See what does it look like. You're gonna get some like this type of shape going on. But in a contour map, it's gonna look different. Go ahead. Try to graph it. Don't do the contour map, just graph it. I just want to see the 3D graph. What does it look like? This thing is 3D now? Oh, yours is HD. Wow, look at that composition. Don't you think it's HD? I didn't know HD is this powerful.
You can go to any point you want and
Maybe
Fine.
triple integral?
yeah, I can do triple integrals.
How much was this?
That one was like,
It has a better computation power than calculus.
it's got a whole bunch of kind of programs in it.
Say, text me the whole spec of this, so I'm gonna recommend this because this is
They're kind of hard to find. Like they're not as
just
common.
detect it. I'm gonna see it if they're finding an Amazon. Let me see what it is. Yeah, but try to rotate it yet. It's not as smooth. Look. When you try to rotate this, it's not as smooth.
Oh, I see.
See?
Yeah.
It has all these other things. That HD is very powerful. How's your
I'm struggling, I gotta look up how to do it.
who's using TI? Anybody using TI? That one, I don't know how it works.
This is the older tab.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you look at the contour map of it on the 2-dimensional contour map is we're looking at it. It's like topographical map. When you go hiking, what's the map it looks like? So it will I'll do my best to try to graph it. It will roughly look like this. Something like that, okay? Can you guys try to visualize it on the 2-dimension? Yeah. Oh, you don't have any, Rin.
No.
Okay.
But that's wrong.
Why?
Because I'm terrible.
You're terrible. Okay. Stop being so emo.
No.
Being emo is not cool anymore. It used to be during the time of Twilight.
It's
What?
like a flag.
Good?
The emo phase never leaves you. It's a lifestyle.
Well, I mean, like,
It leaches onto you like the flag.
I think I was emo when I was little, and then I became adult, and I was like, okay, this is stupid.
Well, like you can look
No.
at yourself back on it and cringe, but like then you hear like the first few notes of Welcome to the Black Parade, and then everything comes back.
You were emo, but then you discovered alcohol.
Actually, I started drinking when I became 23. I didn't drink before. I was like,
And that's when you stopped drinking.
what? That's not even no. What color should I use? Okay, let's use this. So let's look at U. U is what? 3/5 I minus 4/5 J. Okay? And we're looking at the point 2. So if I look at the point 2, it would look roughly like this direction. So the gradient vector will give us 1, 2, 2. That's my gradient vector. So what's happening over here at the gradient vector? Let me explain to you. The derivative of at 2 comma 0 in the direction of v is therefore duf 1.2 comma 0 is u comma 2 comma 0 which is I plus 2j three-fifth I minus 4. I don't need to put this. It's 4/5 j equals and that's it. What? Oh, sorry. I went directly to 8/5, yeah. So let me give you some extra information. You guys finished this. This section is pretty hard. How many of you guys didn't do it? This section? Just a few of you guys? Oh, okay.
Well, you know what? Since these kind of problems take so long to do, you should give us more time on the online quizzes.
You need more time on the online quizzes? On this one?
Because they're like 30 minutes and like it takes forever to do them sometimes.
Okay, I'll look into it. Yeah, I gave you very little questions. Usually I give you enough time. Properties.
You should have been like, yeah, give me more time.
So you get 2 attempts for when they're not too similar questions. You get that first one, and that's the one you ask up, and then you go through it again, and go really slowly, and you're like, okay, and then you just substitute all the numbers in. Not a trick.
That's tricky.
Not trickery. Being smart about it.
So here's another way of looking at it. Some of the properties. Sin of theta. So here's one. The function F increases most rapidly when cosine of theta equals 1 or when theta equals 0, and u is the direction of delta F that is at each point P in its domain F increases most rapidly in the direction of the gradient vector at P. The derivative in this direction is cosine of theta cosine of theta equals 1. It's kind of like when theta is 0. That gives you, yeah. And then the second part, similarly, F decreases most rapidly in the direction of negative gradient vector. The derivative in this direction is cosine of pi because since 0 opposite direction of 0 is pi, that's why it's the negative one. And the third one, any direction u orthogonal to a gradient is direction of 0. And when do we know they're orthogonal? When there's like pi over 2. Is a direction of 0 change in F because theta equals in F because theta then equals pi over 2 and Duff beer, yes. Or if you guys Are you guys too young or old? Do you guys remember the singer Hilary Duff, or is it Hilary Duff? Oh, it is Hilary Duff. Yeah. My sister was a big fan of her. I had to buy her a CD when she was young. Yeah.
Like, you really didn't want to, but
No, it's like when you have young sister, you have to like do it. And she would play it out loud. I was like, "Leave me alone now." Like that was a big mistake. Why, God, why? So this is the hard part. I'm gonna stop right over here. I'm gonna extend the homework right now. Hold on, let me stop